Hello and welcome to episode 3, Marksman Rifles. So this is the third episode of the little series I'm making. I'm recording all the videos all at once. There's not going to be any, I record half the series and then it's another month or two until I record the next one, since I've kind of fallen out of favor with YouTube. I just kind of got bored of making the videos. But hopefully sometime soon I can start making them again. But enough of that, let's get to the guns. So there's 3 guns to talk about. There is the MK11, the SKS, and the SCAR 8. Let's go ahead and dive into talking about why I think they should counter and what counters them. They should have a good matchup against sniper rifles. They should be the counter snipers. Since I'm going to save all my sniper talk for the sniper video, because I have a lot to talk about. Now, let's talk about the counters. I think the assault rifles should counter them, and the carbines should counter them. Both have nice fire rate, and both do decent damage. Of course, if you can hit headshots with, I'm going to use the MK11 for example here, you can outdo almost every single weapon in the game. If you can accurately hit headshots over and over and over again, I have taken like 3 people down doing that before. Even just hip firing it. It's a great weapon. I like the marksman rifles myself, even though I feel some of them are bad, some of them are good. But they should have an okay matchup against PDWs and machine guns. They should kind of have like a love-hate relationship against carbines, but assault rifles should outdo them at their range. Long range marksman rifles should win some of the fights at least. But these, I feel like they should be developed as anti-sniper weapons. And they could probably be used in other ways too. But let's talk about the guns, since I really want to talk about them. The MK11. So, of the 3 guns, I don't think this one needs any changes. Its fire rate isn't very high. Its damage is okay. Its reload is really... reloads aren't too bad, to be honest. I don't feel that they harm the game. It feels like all the reloads feel nice for their weaponry. Except the AS Val. That reload sucks. But back onto the marksman rifles. The MK11 isn't really much to talk about. It's a nice weapon. I don't think it should be changed. The SKS, back when attachments were first added to the game and the SKS first hit the scene, that was like 70% of the guns you saw in Phantom Forces, because the SKS was so overpowered that's all that was used. It had a higher fire rate than the MK11. It had almost the same damage model, and it was pretty much as accurate. It had the same clip size too. It was overpowered, is what it was. And now, I feel I've had times where I've gotten 5 headshots and someone wouldn't die. And then I've had times where I shoot someone once in the head and I get an immediate kill. Of course, health differences and all, but it's like the UMP. It doesn't perform consistently. In case someone's wondering, like, what does it mean to perform consistently? It means to be able to do about the same thing over and over again. Like, let's say you can jump 5 feet in the air. Then you should be able to jump 5 feet in the air again, and again, and again, and one more time, just for good luck. But it's like, the SKS, it jumps 5 feet in the air. And then the second time, it'll jump 1 feet. The next time, it'll jump 10. The next time, it'll jump 2 feet. And it doesn't have a performance record that's good. It's not consistent enough. Do I feel there's anything wrong with the gun? besides its damage, I don't feel anything else should be changed about the weapon. It's just that it doesn't perform consistently. The damage model doesn't look bad. It's like the UMP. It doesn't appear to be broken. Everything looks like it works fine. It just doesn't. Shots don't count. Like, shots don't register properly for it. Damage, it feels weird. I've had times where I can shoot someone in the head, immediately be killed by them, and it did 10 damage. And that's not a joke. I've literally shot someone in the head with the SKS, and it did 10 damage. Whether they was hacking or not, that could be questioned, but the only health hack I've seen is that they always stay at 100, but let's talk about the Scar H. The worst of the three. I liked the Scar H before attachments were a thing. Back when it was an assault rifle, I liked it. And then attachments got added. And then it was overpowered. And now that it's back again, it feels wrong. The damage, actually that's the thing. It feels like the SKS. It feels just like an automatic variant. It doesn't perform consistently. It's like the damage is slightly lower. In terms of damage, the MK11 has the highest and the Scar H has the lowest. And of the three, the Scar H feels like the least consistent. I've had times where I can mow someone down in 3 or so shots. And I have times where I can be right behind them, point blank range, put a full 20 round mag to the back of their head, and I barely kill them. It feels like I can get headshot after headshot, and I've even done that. And it would take 5 or 10 headshots to kill them. The damage, it feels like the damage doesn't count. It feels like some shots will do more damage than others. Like, this shot does 5 damage, this shot did 30, this one did 20, and it just doesn't perform. Also, the recoil is so high. When I talked about assault rifles, I talked about this really high vertical recoil. If these are the sights, then when I fire the gun, they do this. They go up. Here is the crosshair. This is where the bullets go. When I fire the gun, crosshair is up here. This is where the sights go after I fire the gun. They go really high. Really, the best way to explain it feels like when I pull that trigger, the gun goes vertical. That's how much recoil it feels. I can just feel the gun, and it feels like it goes straight up. Fully vertical, 90 degrees, bullets pointing to the sun. Or muzzles pointing to the sun, whatever. And of course, I imagine if the Scar H had low recoil, it'd be overpowered. But I'm not saying lower it that badly. I would like to see assault rifles get lower recoil. And then marksman rifles, the SKS be fixed, and the Scar H get what is currently the assault rifle recoil. Since it's like, why use the Scar H now? Of all the people I've seen, I'm the only one that has used the Scar H as I've seen so far. The only person I've seen 3. I have not even seen a dozen other people using the AS Valix that bad. I have barely seen AUGs. I have barely seen the Scar. I see an AK-12 most of the time in terms of assault rifles, and rarely an AN-94. I mainly see an MK11. I never see an SKS or Scar H. I have never seen those two weapons used by anyone but me. No one. And all the time I've played, I'm rank 33 at the moment. I've never seen a Scar H or SKS in the game so far. But it's been about 10 minutes, and I want to go ahead and get talking about sniper rifles. I've been wanting to do this since I actually came up with this idea. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.